campaign carried out by the LTTE terrorists throughout 3 decades with the purpose of dividing Sri Lanka has reached a crucial turning point at this time. Not only did particular ethnic groups suffer by the fierce LTTE terrorism, all the Sinhalese, Tamils and Muslims were the victims of their brutalism. Tamil people who lived in northern and eastern areas were the initial and immediate victims of it. The Tamil people were gradually lined up by the LTTE terrorists to achieve their petty objectives. There were no worries to the persons who joined the separatist organization, and those who refused to join hands with the terrorists were forcefully enlisted to the organization. If not, they were victimized. At last, they were killed. Small children easily became the victims of these fierce actions. Their educational activities were totally collapsed, and they, as child combatants, had to engage in the activities assigned by LTTE terrorists. The LTTE terrorists acted from the very beginning to hide this kind of violence made on their own brethren, not only from this country, but also from the entire world. LTTE declared the world that those Tamil people joined their armed campaign on behalf of the liberation of their nation. They subtly hide from the world the power of the gun prevailed behind that. Certain foreign countries and international organizations were being deceived by this planned program and violence of terrorism. The situation totally began to turn topsy-turvy with the humanitarian operation commenced by the government to redeem the eastern part of the country by LTTE terrorism. With that step, the Tamil people who lived in between the violence of LTTE terrorism arrived in the areas under government rule. The government welcomed them very cordially with brotherly feelings, declared an essential emergency relief program. They were being settled down in temporary camps and provided with health facilities, cooked food, water, electricity, and other required basic human needs. Hospitality is not new to the Sri Lankans, who have inherited even cultural relationship older than 2,500 years. It was not difficult. Brotherly welcomed the Tamil innocent people, escaped and ran from the LTTE terrorist. Those people retained for a short period in the refugee camps and were settled down in their own villages once again. Thus, the villages in the eastern area that hadn't any aura of development were being developed after 3 decades. Not only water, electricity, roads, houses, but also livelihoods required to earn their living were being introduced and accomplished. Today, they have become beneficiaries of a huge development program widely spread and implemented throughout the area. The LTTE terrorists studied well the actions followed by the average Tamil people in the east and took immediate actions in order to avoid creation of such situation in the north. That was done by restraining by force and through weapons the civil people enter into the redeemed areas under government rule. The LTTE terrorists used these tactics throughout the humanitarian operation commenced from Mana to redeem north. They brought people by force to the backside. They demonstrated the world that the people live in those areas were on their side. However, proving that violence does not have everlasting persistence, the people suppressed by the LTTE are now far away from their control. innocent Tamil people came up courageously against the force of the LTTE terrorists, started to escape to the redeemed areas. Hundreds of people became victims of the gunshots of the terrorists during this journey. Nevertheless, they came to the areas under government control. The number of such individuals is now around 63,000. Those people who escape under numerous sufferings are in a pitiable situation. Sometimes they suffer without food for many days, and some are being injured. They have left nothing other than the cloth wearing. Nevertheless, the incomparable faith on other ethnic groups of the country and hope for a better and peaceful tomorrow still strongly exist in their souls. An urgent and essential relief program has been implemented for those escaping people to serve them at the very instant they step into the areas under government control. They are provided with food, water, essential medical treatments, and especially than all those, they receive immense love and brotherhood from the armed forces. The most important fact is the faith they have kept on the other people of the country. We have to take every action immediately to preserve that faith. Then they are being brought safely to Wanni by buses. Required transport facilities are being provided for this purpose, and thereafter they are directed to a camp consisting of encampments built for internally displaced persons. The encampments built here are given separately to each family. Those encampments are accomplished with water, electricity, toilet, and sanitary facilities. In addition, these people are provided with cooked and dry food. Approximately for a period of 2 years, these people are been traveling from one place to another in the wood as per the orders of the LTTE terrorists. Some have lived in more than 20 places up to now under these orders. They have lived among the gunshots and the ruthless war. However, it is temporary. Now they live in a certain place with their family and other brotherly people. At such instance, protection, food and health as well were the essential and basic needs of these people. All such facilities are available in encampment complex at Wanni. In addition, a program to provide education for small children has been implemented. Although there are minimum facilities, preschools are built and education facilities are being provided temporarily for children under age of schooling. Most important among all these is the provision of human freedom required to overcome their depressed mentality for the children and the youth who are being victimized by the violence. For those who have not watched a television or a film throughout the whole life, the government has taken steps to provide such facilities, even those are minimum. Instead of the weapons they saw earlier, cricket bat and ball have come into their world. Those people dislodged from this society secretly are now being absorbed again gradually to a social adoption process. That is a good omen on their future.
After we came to this IDP camps, we feel many facilities here. The government of Sri Lanka has made a lot of facilities for us, such as bank facilities, water facilities, and hospital, and bathroom facilities, toilets, and every basic facilities the government has made. And we are very happy about this arrangement. Actually, we did not expect this arrangement will be here while we coming into this area.